Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to discuss current affairs of 6th January 2024. So first of all, we are going to take PDF of Hindu and we are going to point out the important articles. So after pointing out of important articles, I will be taking another slide and I will be showing like in how many dimensions we can think about that topic. So that multi-dimensional approach will help you to write a very good answer and even a multi-dimensional essay as well. So this approach is very important to clear UPSC, and whoever who want to clear UPSC, you have to focus on current affairs, and that too you have to read in this multi-dimensional manner. So if you want to clear only prelims, you can focus on facts. I'm saying clearly, like if you want to clear only prelims, you can focus on this headlines and facts. That's it. But if you want to clear mains, this type of study is very important. You have to study in a multi-dimensional manner. So tell me, who want to clear both prelims and mains? And who want to clear UPSC and who want to get All India rank? Okay, so you have to follow this approach. So without wasting any time, let us see the front page of Delhi edition of Hindu. I am taking Delhi edition here. So first article is Navy thwarts hijacking attempt in Arabian Sea. So this issue is very important. I think you might have came across this word called as piracy. Yes or no? So this article is very important from international relations. So this article, it is talking about piracy. So this piracy is one important problem that we are facing in this Indian Ocean. Okay, especially in this Arabian Sea. So let us try to draw the map. This is India and this is West Coast. So here we have Bay of Bengal on East Coast and we have Arabian Sea here. And here we have Indian Ocean. Yes or no? And here we have West Asia part, and somewhere here we have Africa. Okay, so this is Africa. And in this Horn of Africa, one important country is Somalia. So one important country is Somalia. So the Somalia, it is very much famous for this piracy. So if you see this Somalia country, why it is famous for this piracy is, it is not much developed and it is always facing issue of hunger and poverty. It is facing issue of hunger and poverty. So what the Somalia will do is piracy. So in this piracy, whenever the ships, they are moving here in this Red Sea, Gulf of Aden and this Arabian Sea. So near the coast of Somalia, so they will attack those ships. Okay, so this is called as piracy, and they will be getting wealth and they will be getting food, everything, and they will be blackmailing the countries to which that ship is belong. So in this way, so this piracy is very much common. So as you all know that India is sharing boundary with Indian Ocean. So especially there is increased significance for this Indo-Pacific region. Okay, there is increasing of significance of this Indo-Pacific region, and we are seeing lot of issues in this Indo-Pacific region. Like most of the trade will go through this, and the issue of security and integrity of island nations. And many countries, they are giving access to the naval bases. For example, China is increasing its naval bases in different countries which are present in this Indian Ocean region, and it is coming up with concept called as string of pearls. It is coming up with the concept of string of pearls. Okay, so all these things are very important. Okay, so here in this context, India is play a very important role in this Indo-Pacific region. So one such important role which is played by India, and India also having very important role to take some measures to prevent this piracy. Okay, so because of this, India now played a very important role, especially Indian Navy, and even we have Coast Guard, right? So Indian Navy and Coast Guard, they played a very important role and saved that ship. Okay, so that is the thing which is seen. And now let us see like what are the dimensions we can think from this article point of view. So it is talking about piracy. You have to understand what is the meaning of piracy. Okay, and you have to see which are the areas most prone to this piracy. Areas most prone, and here you have to draw a map as well. And what is the role of India? And you have to see like international laws and conventions which are preventing this piracy. Okay, it is also very important. International laws and conventions. Or you can also think about even global measures. And last but not least, you have to see map of Somalia. You have to see map of Somalia, and especially you have to see which are the countries sharing boundary. And one more important map here is map of Horn of Africa. Map of Horn of Africa, and you have to see which are the countries. So this part is your homework, that is map of Somalia, boundary countries, and you have to see the Horn of Africa and which are the countries part of this Horn of Africa. Okay, so these all are the dimensions that you have to think from this article. Is that clear or not? Any doubt? So if you have any doubt, so please post your doubt in the comment box. So yesterday one student asked me what is the meaning of pardoning powers. So pardoning powers is nothing but, so whenever any person who had been accused and is given punishment, means he can make some appeal to president and or else governor to reduce the punishment. That is called as pardoning power. Okay, and that pardoning power we have different types like pardon, respite, reprieve, commute. Okay, there are 5 important pardoning powers, and the pardoning powers of president is different compared to that of governor, and president have the more pardoning power in this death penalty. Okay, so this is a doubt which is asked by one of our friend. So in the same way, if you have doubts, so please let me know so that I will be discussing in the next class. Yeah, next topic it is about India's GDP estimated to grow by 7.3%. It is said by NSO, that is National Statistical Office. So if you see the background of this article, so actually this article is important from your economy, which comes in the GS paper 3. Economy becomes a very important for UPSC for both prelims and mains. You will be getting good chunk of questions in your mains and prelims, and even in your interview also, yes, you can get a questions regarding this economy. Okay, so you have to build a good base, okay, for this economy. So for that you can read NCERTs and you can read Sanjeev Verma or Nitin Singhania book. So this article is talking about GDP estimates. So here if you see who will come up with GDP estimates, for example RBI will come, okay, SBI will come, and some rating agencies will come. Okay, so here this GDP estimate is given by NSO, that is National Statistical Office. So in this context, yes, you need to know some facts. So like what is GDP? So So GDP is nothing but gross domestic product. It is nothing but gross domestic product. So if you see this gross domestic product, what it means exactly? So it is total value of final goods and services which are produced in a country within 1 year. So within 1 year, so what are the goods and services they are produced? I am talking about final goods. It is not intermediate goods. Okay. And the total value, it comes under this GDP. So there are different methods of estimating this GDP. So you have to know the methods. So there are 3 types of methods. So please let me know which are those methods. Okay, one method is expenditure method. Okay, so there are 3 types of methods for estimation of this GDP. Okay, and you have to see which are the things they are not counted. Okay, not accounted in GDP. For example, women work, who is doing this care work, elderly work, second hand goods. So all these things are not coming under this GDP. So you have to know what are they. So which are the things which are exempted from this GDP. Okay, and here you have to see some facts regarding this NSO. And you have to see like why this GDP estimate is important. Okay, so how it plays a very important role. Okay, for example, yes, we are getting good GDP estimate, okay, from so and so organization. Means we can attract most investments from the other countries, like foreign investments in the form of FDI or FPI. So this GDP estimate which shows about the health of a so and so country's economy. So how the economy is going on. So for example, if you want to invest in something, so I have 10 rupees, if I want to invest in something, so I will be thinking that whether that investment is good or not. So whether in future we are going to get returns or not. So in the same way, if any country or any person who want to invest in any country, yes, they will be saying about the health of that economy. So for that, here credit rating agencies and the rankings of country and this GDP estimates are very, very important. And based on this GDP estimate, so if we are having the low means, so government of that country will be focusing on how to revive the economy. Okay, and based on that, it will be coming up with its own budget. Okay, budgetary allocations for different sectors. Okay, so from that point of view, this GDP estimates is very, very important. And even you have to know about some facts regarding this National Statistical Office. Clear? Yes. And next topic is MHA orders probe to spurious drug case. So if you are following the current affairs from last at least 6 months or at least 3-4 months, you might have known about the cough syrup which is made in India, so which is causing issues in some African countries. So that after consuming the cough syrup, many children they died. Yes or no? So it is not only a case of single country, but it happened in 2 or 3 countries. For example, in Gabon. Okay, so because of this, here Union Health Ministry, okay, Union Home Affairs, so which is ordering this health ministry to take the issues, okay, to do investigates regarding this spurious drug. So one of your spurious drug means nothing but adulterated drug. Okay, so actually in that cough syrup we will be adding glycol. It is used as a preservative. So because of that preservative, it is causing adverse drug reactions in children. That is a one important cause for the death of these children. So you have to see about this adulterated drugs. So why this is important? So if we're talking about pharmaceutical industry in India, so we can connect with this economy itself. Okay, so from economy we can connect with this manufacturing sector, that is pharmaceutical sector. So we can connect this topic with pharmaceutical sector in India. So we are doing excellent in this pharmaceutical sector, and actually India is exporting generic drugs to many countries, and during this COVID-19 pandemic, India excelled in sending some drugs like paracetamol to different countries, and even we manufacture this COVID-19 vaccine and we export it to many countries. Okay, so if this type of incidents which are happening like deaths because of consuming of Indian based medicine, means it will be leads to the bad reputation of India internationally. So that may lead to decreasing of our pharmaceutical product sales. Okay, so in this context here, yes, we have to be very much cautious because it is playing with the lives of people. And so if one's life is lost, we can't bring that life back. So we have to be at most cautious. And as a student from medical background, I know what is the importance of the drugs. Okay, so because of that, I am saying like, so what are the drugs we are manufacturing and we are sending to other countries, we should be sending with utmost care. We have to be very cautious during packaging, during manufacturing, okay, everything. So here you have to know about pharmaceutical sector in India. So how India is excelling here, and you have to know like how can we take some measures. So what can be the measures taken to control this type of spurious drugs, and even you have to know the definition of the spurious drugs. And one more thing here is you have to know DCA, Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940, which talks about this pharmaceutical products. Clear? That to safety. And that's all in the front page, and in the next page you can see one interesting topic, that is about High Court tells Health Ministry to fix timelines for organ transplantation process. So here this article is talking about organ transplantation. So this article is very important. Why? Because recently we are seeing lots and lots of articles regarding organ transplantation. So here you have to see some important dimensions like so which are the topics that you have to see here. First one is what is meaning of organ transplantation and which organs can be transplanted, and you have to see some recent examples. Like in America, we saw like transplanted organ of pig's heart to human heart. Okay, so pig's heart is transplanted to human, and finally that human, he led the life for 20 to 25 days, and after that he died. So what are the reasons behind the failure of these organs? Okay, so we will be having rejections. So for example, if we are taking one body part, okay, from so and so other organism or other human, for example kidney transplant, liver transplant, like that, right? So our body immune system will be not accepting that. That will lead to rejection of that organ. So that rejection of organ leads to failure of organ transplantation. That is the thing which happened in this case of pig heart transplanted to human. Okay, and you have to see what are the issues regarding this organ transplantations, and you have to see what are the laws which are present in India. Okay, so all these are the different dimensions that you have to think about. Clear? And now let us move on to next topic. The states page, I found most of the articles are political articles, and today is Saturday, so there is no text and context and no op-ed page. Okay, so you will be having less burden today. Yes, here you can see this word, that is greenfield. So whenever you are reading infrastructure topic in economy, yes, from GS paper 3, you will be getting this word. Okay, that word is greenfield. So whenever you are talking about infrastructure projects, okay, infrastructure projects, we have two types of projects. First one is greenfield, and second one is brownfield. So do you know what is the difference between this greenfield and brownfield projects? Yes or no? If yes, tell me yes in the comment box. So greenfield is nothing but new projects. From ground level, we will be taking the land and we will be starting the project. That is greenfield. And brownfield is nothing but it is second hand. So already we have the project, but we will be going for renovation. So it is a second hand project. It is called as a brownfield. So this is the difference that you have to know between this greenfield and brownfield. It is very, very important. Clear? So that is a word you have to know. Yes, here you can see one interesting and very important topic. Discovery of Paleolithic tools adds to understanding of human settlements. So recently in Telangana state, we found this Paleolithic tools. So actually what happened recently, there was floods in some areas of Telangana, and after that, whenever the river which had been dried up, now what happened, we can see some tools, Paleolithic tools. So here in history, you will be studying about this stone age like Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. In Paleolithic, again we have upper, middle and lower. So in these different stages of this Paleolithic age, we have different types of tools. And especially the students who are from anthropology background, you have to know about these tools and important Paleolithic sites in India. Right, from that point of view, you are going to see this topic and it's at most important. And next topic here is millets to be introduced in midday meals, says Karnataka CM. So actually here government want to introduce this millets in this midday meals. Okay, so it is very important topic. Why? Because we are facing lot of issues. I will be giving you the dimensions so that you will be thinking about that and you feel that yes, this topic is at most important. But the article is very, very small, only this much article. But the background is very big. So now let us see that. It is talking about millets. So now let us see the problems in agriculture. So if you see the problems of agriculture, now we are facing climate change. Now we are facing climate change. So because of this climate change, unseasonal rainfall. Unseasonal rainfall. In some areas we have droughts. So we are facing flash floods. In some areas we will be having cloud burst. And we will be having heat wave. So all these are some of the, I'm saying some of the problems of this agriculture. So because of this, it is affecting productivity. So it is decreasing the productivity. And one more thing here is, we are going for growing of rice. So because government is ensuring MSP. So this rice is water intensive crop. And this rice will also releases lots of methane emission into atmosphere. So because of this water intensive crop, even though if some areas are not having water, so they are going for this growing of rice, because the only reason is government is providing MSP. Okay, and what happened, this rice is also called as a staple food. So you are consuming rice or wheat. So rice or wheat or staple food, and this rice contains mainly carbs, nothing but carbohydrates. Okay, so carbohydrates food that we are taking. But in another hand, we have millets. So we have many advantages if you are going for this growing of millets. So they are water less intensive crops. They are water less intensive. That means they need little amount of water to grow. And they are very much rich in micronutrients. They are rich in micronutrients. They are rich in micronutrients like elemental iron, manganese, zinc, etc. And next one is, so the lifespan is very less. That means within short period of time we will be getting the productivity, and the productivity will be high, okay, for this millets compared to that of this rice. So if you see geography of India, especially peninsular plateau, it is very much suitable for growing of these millets. So you have to see the examples of millets like jowar, bajra, ragi, okay, etc. These all will come in this millets. So whenever we are focusing on these millets, as they are rich in micronutrients, they will be giving essential nutrient rich food. So whenever you are taking a millet, so that will be also decreases in CDs, that is non-communicable disease like hypertension, diabetes, etc. Okay, and even this will be helpful to address the issue called as hidden hunger. Okay, it will be helpful to address this concept of hidden hunger. So even though government is providing or ensuring the food security through this National Food Security Act of 2013, so it is not able to address this issue of hidden hunger. That means micronutrient deficiency. That can be addressed if you are focusing on this millets. So the same thing which is following by this Karnataka government now. Okay, so these all are the dimensions that you have to think about. Is it clear or not? So if it is clear and if you understand the concept, so please give one compliment to me. That is nothing but hit the like button. Just hit the like button. That's it. Nothing more than that. I don't want anything. Just hit the like button. Okay, and this editorial page, so the most of the articles are not much relevant, and this article, it is about antimicrobial resistance, and in yesterday's class we discussed about that topic in detail. So we are not going to discuss that anymore. Okay, and this article, it is about politics. We are not going to see any politics here. And next one, it is about sports news, and even we are not going to see that sports news. And you can leave this ground zero. In this news page, you can see article regarding this reforms in election. Okay, so whenever you are seeing any article regarding Election Commission of India, elections, reforms, etc., that will be very important to UPSC. Why? Because elections is one of the favorite topic of UPSC. So you can expect questions from this topic for sure. So here this article is talking about EVMs, okay, electronic voting machines, and VVPATs, that is voter verifiable paper audit trail. So this is EVMs. So if you have right to vote, so recently I had my right to vote I utilized in Telangana state elections. So even I had the mark like that only. Oh, okay, small mark. Okay, so this EVM is nothing but it is a machine through which we will be casting a vote. Just we will be hitting the button, pressing the button. So after pressing the button, it is connected to this VVPATs. So in this VVPATs here, one slip will be displayed here. So on that slip here, you can see the name of the candidate and the symbol of that candidate. Okay, so here you have to see what is this VVPATs and what are these EVMs. So actually there is some controversy which is going on, that is EVMs can be hacked, but it is not happening because it is like just working as calculator. Okay, so that is the thing which mainly is seen, and you can get this topic of EVMs and VVPATs in your Polity Lakshmikant book in the chapter of elections. So you can go to that. And this page you can see one important article. It is about cabinet give nods to Prithvi program on Earth observation. So you have to see like what is this Prithvi program. Prithvi is nothing but Earth, and what is it and what are the applications of this Prithvi program. So you can get a direct prelims based question from this topic, and this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under Science and Technology. And next topic, it is about ISRO test fuel cell based power system in space. So this is one milestone that I can see. So here you have to think about India's role in new space era, because India is doing lots and lots, and it is trying a lot to beat the different countries like developed countries like US, Russia, China, etc. So in that context here, what can be the role played by India? So after success of this Chandrayaan-3, so many countries are looking towards India to come up with collaboration with India in the space sector. Okay, so in this context you have to see what is the role that can be played by India. That's it. Okay, so these are the important articles that appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us see the notes. And if you want to get the notes of this class, you can download the notes in PDF format from Telegram channel. The link is given in description box. At the end of this class, I will be showing you the channel as well. So you can type Rathods IS class in Telegram so that you will be seeing the channel. And one more thing here is, if you are watching this class, watch till end. Because what are the topics that I said in dimensions, we are going to see the detailed notes of at least 6 to 7 topics in every day's class. So please watch till last so that you will be getting lots of dimensions. And if you want to make the running notes, you can make the running notes. That is your wish. It is based on your convenience. Okay, so first topic, it is about hijacking attempt in Arabian Sea. So here we are going to see about piracy. In a positive end to a hijacking attempt in the North Arabian Sea, marine commandos of Indian Navy, they secured and safely evacuated 21 crew members. So out of these 21 crew members, 15 members were Indians. And finally, so we rescued that ship. Okay, so it is success of Indian Navy. Okay, have a great claps to Indian Navy. Okay, so Indian Navy did a very important thing and they rescued this ship. Okay, that vessel or merchant vessel name is Lilla Norfolk. So now let us see the details. And after rescuing that ship, they went for sanitization of that so and so ship to identify whether there are any bombs or anything which is present or not. So after sanitization, they found that so there is no one hijackers are present in that ship. Okay, so the attempt of hijacking by the pirates was probably abandoned with a forceful warning which is given by this Indian Navy Maritime Patrol aircraft. Okay, and after sanitization they found that there was no like hijackers who are present in that ship. So we're talking about this term, what does this maritime piracy means? So maritime piracy is nothing but, according to Article 101 of UNCLOS, that is United Nations Convention of Law of Seas. So it outlines what means exactly the piracy. So piracy includes violence, detention or depredation committed by the people for their own private ends on high seas or outside the jurisdiction of any state. That means in high seas and even the international waters. So these people, they will be coming and they will be attacking the ships. Okay, just for their private needs. So these acts are carried out with the intent of just a personal gain and may include the seizure of another ship or cargo or kidnapping the passengers or the crew members who are present in that ship. And actually this piracy is considered as one of the serious maritime crime. Okay, and it is also subjected to international laws and conventions. So if we're talking about the regions where we can see the attacks of this piracy, they were like northwest of Africa, Gulf of Guinea, Red Sea, Somalia, Horn of Africa, Gulf of Aden, Indian Ocean, Indian subcontinent and East Asia part. So I will be showing you the map. Okay, so here in these regions, okay, in this African, in this region and in this region, yes, we can see the attacks or piracy. Okay, so this area is Horn of Africa. And now let us see what are the global initiatives they are related to this maritime piracy. It is very important to write a mains answer. So first one is we have UNCLOS. So UNCLOS established a legal framework to combat this piracy. And even this UNCLOS outlined about what can be the steps make. Okay, and how can we focus on international cooperation in addressing piracy and even armed robbery in seas. And even they focused on how to combat this maritime threats. So all these were said by this UNCLOS. And next one is we have this Operation Prosperity Guardian. So United States initiated this Operation Prosperity Guardian, and it is a multinational security initiative, and they want to ensure the security in the Red Sea. And next one is we have Convention for Suppression of Unlawful Acts Against the Safety of Maritime Navigation. So actually it is a multilateral treaty, and the main purpose of this treaty is to ensure appropriate action, okay, that should be taken against unlawful acts against ships, okay. And next one here is Combined Maritime Forces. So it is multinational navy partnership, okay. So it is a multinational navy partnership, and the primary focus of they are focusing on especially how to prevent this terrorism, and how to prevent piracy, and how to foster regional cooperation, and how to promote secure maritime environment, okay. So all these things are the primary areas where they are focusing on. So these are some global measures that are taken, okay, to control this piracy. And next topic, it is about GDP estimates by NSO. So we are going to see that. And as I said, this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under economy, and you have to see like what are the different methods of calculating of GDP, and please let me know in the comment box. Clear? Any doubt? If you are having any doubt, so please let me know in the comment box. So if you see the context, it says that India's real GDP growth in 2023 to 2024 is estimated that it will be around 7.3%. And last year it said that around 7.2%, and now 0.1% had been increased. So this is not the real thing, it is just estimates. And this released by National Statistical Office. And you have to know some facts regarding this NSO. So this NSO, that is National Statistical Office, it is a nodal agency. So under which ministry? It comes in the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. In short, MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And it is focusing on the development of statistical system in the country, and even it lays down and maintains some norms and standards in the field of statistics. And it also focusing on some concepts, definitions, methodology, and will be focusing on even data collections, how to utilize the data, how to analyze the data. So all these things like processing of data will be also included in this NSO's function. And this NSO, which consists of Central Statistical Office and also National Sample Survey Office. So what are the functions? It will release this index of industrial production. It is very important. So IIP is released by this NSO every month. And even it will be conducts annual survey of industries, and even it will provide some statistical information to assess and to evaluate the changes of growth, composition, structure of organized manufacturing sector. So all these things are which are included here. And next topic is Ministry of Home Affairs orders probes into spurious drug case. So this article is also very important from health and even from your international relations point of view. So here we are focusing on some important points. Okay, so let us see that. So what is the context? Context is MHA, that is Union Ministry of Home Affairs, sanctioned a probe. A probe is nothing but investigation, should be done by CBI into allegations of substandard drugs which are exported, okay, from India, and even which are the drugs which are given or which are supplied to hospitals and clinics run by Delhi government. And here now let us see some facts. So which is the act which is governing about this adulterated drugs in India? So we have this Drugs and Cosmetics Act, that is DCA of 1940. So this act which defines a drug which is spurious if it is manufactured under the name which is belonging to another drug, and if it is imitating the substitute of another drugs. Okay, so here if you're talking about this drug which is also called as adulterated drug, so in preparation, in packaging, if it is not stored in the proper sanitary conditions, so what happens sometimes, whatever the materials, what are the substances we are adding in that so and so composition, that will be acting as a toxic substance. For example, if you are using any drugs or any medicaments, so sometimes you can see like warning symbols. So please keep or stored in refrigerator below 0 degrees centigrade. or for example you can say that you should be keeping away from sunlight. So if we are not following the safety conditions means, so whatever the products which we are using, that will become the toxic. Okay, so that we have to focus on even the safety measurements as well. And substandard drugs, they work less efficiently and disease causing organism, so that will be not killed, and the course of the duration of this medicament will be increased, and even sometimes we will be requiring the new prescription of drugs. And if sometimes if you are taking antibiotic and if it is of substandard drug means, yes, you will be also getting this antimicrobial resistance. So if we're talking about what is the impact, it will be having lots and lots of impact on the reputation of India in the world. So India is one of the largest exporter of generic medicines, and about 40% of over-the-counter and generic drugs, they are mainly sold in US from India, and in UK a quarter of all generics came from India, and generics, they account 80% of National Health Service prescriptions. Okay, so because of this, if you are selling substandard goods to other countries, if it is causing deaths like cough syrup, then that will be having the negative impression on India in international market. And where does India is going wrong? So what are the issues we are facing? So where exactly we are losing? So in India, we have this National Good Laboratory Practice Program, and only we are having 47 drug testing facilities, and we are having 6 central labs. So they will be testing just 8,000 samples per year. So this is one backlog. And moreover, India has only 20 to 30 laboratory tests that can affirm whether a drug is counterfeited, authenticated, or relatively poor make. Okay, so it is also one issue. And even actually Maharashtra Food and Drug Administration head, he said that what are the guidelines that we are having? Those guidelines are saving industry but not the life of the people. Okay, so we're not focusing on the safeguarding the patient's health. So these are some backlogs that we are having, and we are falling behind because of these things. So we have to take adequate measures like proper testing availability, so proper inspections, etc. Then we can improve the quality of the drugs in India. And next one, it is the image of a sloth bear. So finally we lost the sloth bear in Bhopal. So a 36-year-old male sloth bear died due to multiple organ failure in zoo. So now let us try to understand the different types of bears. So we have polar bear, which is white in color. So the IUCN red list status is vulnerable for this polar bear. And we have another bear, that is brown bear. So brown bear is listed under least concern. And next one is African black bear. It is also least concern. And we have Asiatic black bear, so it is vulnerable. And we have Andean bear, it is also vulnerable. And next one is sloth bear, it is also vulnerable. Giant panda, it is vulnerable. And sun bear is vulnerable. Only we have 2 species, that is American black bear and brown bear, they are least concern, and remaining the species of bear, they are vulnerable. In this way also you can remember the IUCN status. And if you see some facts regarding the sloth bears, the sloth bears are one of the 8 bear species they found across the world. Okay, and distribution, they are seen in India, Sri Lanka, southern Nepal, and about 90% of global sloth bear population, they are found in India itself. So they will live mainly in this dry and moist forest and in some tall grasslands where boulders, scattered shrubs and trees, they are providing the shelter for the sloth bear. So what are the features? So they have a very long and shaggy dark brown or black fur. And next one is they are the longest out of all the bear species, and especially they use their claws. Okay, they use their claws. Claws are nothing but the nails. Okay, claws to excavate the termites and ants, and they grow up to 5 to 6 feet. Okay, and they stand to 2 to 3 feet high, and they are very poor having the senses of sight, but they will be having very good sense of smell. Okay, and next topic, it is about Paleolithic tools, and this topic is at most important, and we are going to see this topic in detail. So the recent floods in Mulugu district of Telangana, that led to fresh discovery of this Paleolithic quartzite tools. So quartzite is example of which type of stones or rocks? Please tell me whether it is an igneous rock or sedimentary or metamorphic. So it is quartzite. So please let me know. So the tools or hand axes were found in the sand bed of a stream that dried up. So after the flood, what happened? The stream dried up and they found this type of quartzite tools, and they belongs to this period called as Paleolithic period. And if you see some details here, so Paleolithic hunters and gatherers, they used heavy quartzites and large tools. Okay, and they will be also using they used to use similar hand axes, okay, as they are discovered worldwide. And actually they are using these tools especially for cutting wood and killing animals for food. So in 1863, East India Company's Geological Survey team, they found Paleolithic sites at Attirampakam near Madras, and that culture is called as Madrasian culture. Okay, today also we are calling that as Madras culture. And let us see some facts regarding this Paleolithic period. So Paleolithic is nothing but ancient cultural stage of human technological development. And in this Paleolithic period, we have creation and use of rudimentary chipped stone tools. So people, they use the stone tools. And Paleolithic was characterized by manufacturing of small sculptures, like we have small stones and statues of women and clay figurines of animals, other bone and ivory carvings, etc. And this Paleolithic age, which is divided into different phases, like first phase upper Paleolithic age, middle Paleolithic age and lower Paleolithic age, and we have to see this timeline as well. And now let us see some stone tools. So in lower Paleolithic period, they used these choppers, pebbles, etc. for skimming and for digging. And next one is biface, okay. And next one is in middle Paleolithic, they used to have knives, okay. And they used to have these scrapers. Scrapers are used for cleaning of animals' hide and as well as sharpening of knives. And this one is in upper Paleolithic period, we have blades, we have harpoons. So harpoons especially they used for fishing also. And they have spear thrower and javelin. Okay, now also this javelin is very famous, right? For example, Chopra. Okay, so that person is very famous for this javelin. Neeraj Chopra. Okay, Neeraj Chopra. And next one is needles. So they are made up of mainly bones and they are used for even sieving. And next one is perforator. It is used for make of holes in the hides. So these were some Paleolithic tools which were used by early man. And next topic, it is about cabinet gives not to Prithvi program for Earth observation. So this topic is at most important from GS paper 3 under science and technology. So now let us see context. Here Union Cabinet cleared rupees 4,797 crore program called as Prithvi. Prithvi is nothing but Earth, and it is mainly coming under this Ministry of Earth Sciences. So it is very important prelims fact. And if you see some details, it says that these programs, they ought to improve and they ought to increase long-term observations of atmosphere, and they are focusing on ocean, geosphere, cryosphere, solid earth to track changes in the planet, and also they are focusing on developing models to understand and to predict weather, and they are focusing on ocean and climate hazards, and they are also focusing to understand the science of climate change, and they want to explore polar and high sea regions of earth to discover new phenomena and resources. And we are also focusing on developing of technology for exploration and sustainable harnessing of oceanic resources. So we are focusing on especially polymetallic nodules. Okay, and we are focusing on insights from Earth system science into services for societal, environmental and economic benefit. So these are some applications of that Prithvi, okay, Prithvi Earth observation. So these are some important articles that appeared now today's Hindu newspaper, and this is our analysis. And I can take each and every article, but it will be more than 1.5 hours. So that much time is not allotted to me. So whatever the articles that are important, I am giving about insights of that topic in introduction itself, and later on I am taking 6 to 7 articles every day for the discussion. And if you want to download the notes here, you can join the Telegram channel. Okay, that is Rathods IAS classes. Okay, so this is Telegram channel and link is given in description box. So you can join this so that you can get the notes. And this is our YouTube channel, Rathods IAS Academy. Please do subscribe to this channel for sure. And next one is, this is our website, Rathods IAS Academy website. So actually we are providing foundational course of UPSC for 2025 and 2026 with a minimum price, and we are not compromising on the quality. Quality is at most best, and it will be around 20,000 to 25,000 only. So if you want to join this course, so please contact me. And if you want to watch the demo videos, you can register and you can log in and click on the courses and course list. There you can click on play course, so the 3 demo videos will be opened. Okay, so after watching demo videos only, if you want to take even single subjects, you can take. So you can check the price in the website itself. So it is a very minimal price. So if you want to contact me regarding the courses, you can call me on this number 8074765513. Clear? So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you really enjoyed this class, please hit the like button and don't forget to share this video to your friends. And please do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.